How's she going, eh? So in this video we're going to go through some of the testing I did in preparation for switching the tractor to ethanol. Some research that I did, and well, you'll see it all in the video, so watch the video, okay? Like and subscribe if you're into this kind of stuff, you're into any kind of mechanical content. Please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything and it helps me out. Hit the bell. You know the deal. You watch YouTube. So let's get into the video. So I think as the next part of the running the small engine on ethanol experiment, I'm going to try dumping in full just E85, which is probably going to actually be something like E70, and I want to see what happens. I mean, it should require, what is it, E70, it's going to be something like 23 or 24% more fuel or something like that, around there. So it shouldn't run. I'm assuming that much of a difference in fuel should choke the engine out a bit, so we'll see if it stutters and stuff. If it does, I may actually try and open up the main jet a bit. So this is experimentation. Corn powered gasoline, Demon E85 flex fuel, even though it's the Antichrist lawnmower. It smells horrible. Kind of like it, actually. So I got a couple ideas. One of them involves altering the carburetor a little bit so that I can make my own main jet, which would make things a lot easier. The thing did seem to be stuttering a little bit, but it was barely noticeable. That's the weird part. So it's like it just doesn't seem to be having the fuel starvation issues that I guess I figured would come, but it could just be running really lean, and you know that's not good. I mean, the facts are the facts. You need more fuel for ethanol. So I found some documentation about ethanol in small engines and some of the changes that they had to make. And it was basically just like a study on Briggs and Stratton engines and running them on ethanol. And I think they only did it for 60 days, but that's an interesting article. Maybe I'll put a link to that in the video. I thought about using an oxygen sensor to basically determine what the mixture is. You know, actually drilling out the muffler and putting in an oxygen sensor. All I have is a wideband, but I did some research on widebands. Maybe I'll put a link to that article too. That kind of seems like they're somewhat related, but the wideband has some sort of oxygen generation. It generates. I read through the thing. Link in the doobly-doo, as AVE says. Okay, so here's my new, insane, possibly dumb idea. If we're rich or lean. So the problem with widebands is you need some pretty complex controllers to run them. So that obviously was not going to work for me because I don't have a wideband controller. And I already managed to mess this up by cutting the end of it off. There's some sort of calibration resistor in there that's laser cut. From what I read, the narrow band is just part of a wideband. So I thought I'd try these 4 wires that seem to be in the same position on the little diagrams I saw on the old interweb. When I spray this O2 sensor with butane with the heater wires hooked up, I do get a response that seems like a rich response. It goes towards 1 volt. There's the positive voltage. Okay, so now, butane. Butane's running, you can hear it. Put it on the end of the oxygen sensor. And you can see the result. See for yourself. So does it go to 1? No, it doesn't, but it does show like a rich condition. So alright, I'm gonna pop this muffler off here so I can figure out how to mount this O2 sensor. I have to drill a hole or something. I just need to be able to hook it up to the muffler somehow so that I can see if it's going to show us, show it running at about, 0.5 like it should be on a normal oxygen sensor when we have gas in it. If that does work, then we can switch it back over to alcohol and we can drill out the jets to match that to make sure that we're not running lean. Ow! Jesus Christ. When you get overzealous and do something dumb, that was really dumb. Well, that was stupid. So, now, I gotta figure out how to cover that up. I'm just gonna weld a little patch on there that I made out of the sheet metal that used to be like the exhaust safety. I cut it off. I'm gonna use that. I can't believe I did that, but I'm fixing my mess. And I have a horrible Harbor Freight welder, so it's going to be completely horrible looking, I'm sure, but hopefully I can seal it good enough. Alright, so there it is. Finished up oxygen sensor installed on a tractor. Wideband, hopefully used as a narrow band if it's possible. It seems like it's going to be. So, if you're wondering why there's 2 plates here, it's because I drilled the hole twice wrong. Wrong twice, not twice wrong. I drilled the hole wrong twice, which is unbelievably stupid, but I managed to do it because I was talking on the phone. So I do all plates on with my crappy Harbor Freight welder. Then I re-drilled the hole, got it right this time, and got it mounted in there. So now I'm going to set up a little test bench so we can see what it's saying is coming out of here right now, and it should be lean because the tank is filled with ethanol. So, alright, so here's the test setup. We got a 12 volt power supply turned up to 2 amps. It's going to be running constant voltage, 12 volts, whatever the heater needs to stay warm. And then we're going to measure our voltage on the meter, DC voltage. I'm going to start up the tractor. It's filled with ethanol, just as a reminder, about 70 or 70%. And we want to see if we're showing a lean condition. Right now I have the choke partially engaged, and you see what we're getting. We're kind of near normal. Although we're going to check what normal is definitively, just to make sure this idea is actually going to work. So I'm going to peg the choke all the way forward and we'll see how far it goes. Notice no stuttering from the engine with the choke all the way forward because we're adding fuel. And ethanol, you need about 1/3 more fuel for ethanol, so this makes sense. Now I'm going to back the choke all the way off. Idle speed increases, and look, we peg lean. So, definitely running lean, but we're going to put in gas just to see the comparison. Alright, so I pulled the ethanol out and put gas back in. Now, we're going to see what this O2 sensor reads with gas. Alright, now I'm going to fire it on and see if we end up somewhere in the middle. Full choke for 10 seconds, and then I'll go to full throttle. Alright, that's regular position. Running normally on gas, so that's what we need to look for with the ethanol. 0.5. Is that a proof of concept? I don't know. I think it's going to work though. So that's good. So we have a direction to go. I think we could switch to ethanol and shoot for that 0.55 number, and we should be in pretty good shape. So probably do that in the next video. Talk to you later, buddy.